7 News.
Tonight, the man the nation has been waiting to hear from breaks his silence. Every network news anchor wanted to talk to Darren Wilson, but he is talking exclusively to ABC's George Stephanopoulos just a day after a grand jury cleared him. And now, for the first time, they walk us through the 90 seconds that changed Wilson and the country.
As I was opening the door, I said, "Hey, come here for a minute." And that's when he turned and said, "What the are you going to do about it?" and slammed my door shut on me.
Darren Wilson describes how the deadly confrontation with Michael Brown begins.
He just pushed the door shut and just stares at me. And as I look back at him, all of a sudden, punches start flying. I had reached out my window with my right hand to grab onto his forearm because I was going to try and move him back and get out of the car to where I'm no longer trapped. And when I felt it, I just felt the immense power that he had. I mean, the way I've described it is it was like a 5-year-old holding on to Hulk Hogan.
That's when Wilson says Brown hit him hard.
As I'm holding him, I see him coming back around with his left hand. And it's in the shape like this, and it comes in through the window and just a solid punch to the right side of my face.
Wilson says to save himself, he reaches for his gun.
I pointed at him, and when I said, "Get back or I'm going to shoot you." And then his response, immediately, he grabbed the top of my gun. And when he grabbed it, he said, "You're too much of a to shoot me." And while he's doing that, I can feel his hand trying to come over my hand and get inside the trigger guard and try and shoot me with my own gun. And that's when I pulled the trigger for the first time.
But the gun doesn't fire that time or the next time. Wilson says he doesn't panic.
This has to work, otherwise I'm going to be dead. He's going to get this gun away from me. Something's going to happen, and I'm going to be dead. So I pull a third time, and it finally goes off.
He claims Brown just gets mad and comes at him, then turns and runs after getting shot.
I put my gun up and fired. Then I go to exit my car. And when I'm getting out, I use my walkie, and I say, "Shots fired, send more cars." And I start chasing after Michael Brown.
Why not stay in the car? He's running away.
Because he's not... My job isn't to just sit and wait. I have to see where this guy goes.
So you felt it was your duty to give chase?
Yes, it was. That's what we were trained to do.
Some of the eyewitnesses have said at that moment when he turned around and put his hands up.
That would be incorrect.
No way?
No way.
Then Wilson says Brown came back at him, even after being shot.
He gets to about 8 to 10 feet, and as he does that, he kind of starts to lean forward like he's going to tackle me. And I looked down my barrel of my gun, and I fired, and what I saw was his head, and that's where it went.
Right in the top of his head?
Yes.
And because of the racial divide this case has caused, Stephanopoulos asks,
if Michael Brown were white, this would have gone down in exactly the same way?
Yes.
No question?
No question.
We have more of the exclusive ABC interview with Darren Wilson coming up later, including what he is hoping for now that the grand jury decided not to charge him.
This time last night, Michael Brown's family had just learned